All right, for our word and our grammar work today, we're going to do boxes 1, 2, and 3. That's half of the page. And what we're going to do to start, we're going to start in box 1. Join two words to make a contraction. Use each contraction in a sentence. So what we're going to do, boys and girls, we're going to go over these contractions together, make them, okay? And then when we're done making these three contractions, you're going to pause the video and you're going to complete the box by writing or using them in a sentence, okay? So again, we'll do 1, 2, and 3 together. We'll make the contractions, and then when we're done making them together, you can pause the video and then use them in a sentence, okay? Now remember, with contractions, the rules. We're taking two words, we're smashing them together with our Hawkmania strength, okay, our Hawk strength, and what happens because we're so strong, some of those letters fall out of the word. Now, because we hurt that word and some of those letters fell out, we injured it, correct? So we have to bandage it back up. We have to be surgeons and put that word back together. And how do we fix it or make that word better? We use an apostrophe. That's like the Band-Aid to take place of those letters that fell out of that word. So let's take a look. We've done contractions all year, so this part should be fairly easy for you, but just for some reminders, we're going to go through it together. So let's take a look at number 1. Did not. I want you to answer out loud at your house. In not contraction, what letter always falls out? The letter, you should say O. So we're going to take our pencil, your writing utensil that you have, and we're going to X out the letter O there, okay? Now, by doing that, let's see if I can make this a little thicker. Okay, now by doing that, boys and girls, what is going to take place of that X? We have to replace it with the Band-Aid, so our apostrophe is going to go in where that letter fell out. Now we're going to write that word on the line just like it is over here. Remember, the number 1 rule, the first word in contractions always stays the same. Okay, there's one outlaw. We don't have it today, so we're not even going to talk about it. But the first word always stays the same. So I'm not changing anything about that first word. All right, now I take a look. My N stayed. My O fell out, and we replaced it with an apostrophe. So my apostrophe goes in, and then my last letter is a T. So now did not creates didn't. Didn't. Okay, and you will use that in a sentence here in a little bit. We will. We will. What letter or letters fall out of will contractions? The W and the I. So we're going to cross out those two letters, the W and the I. Since those letters fell out, we're going to replace it with an apostrophe, okay? And now we can write our word on the line. The first word always stays the same, so we're going to write we. Then we take a look. Our letters fell out, so we're going to put in our apostrophe, and then we have LL. So we will creates wheel, wheel. We will creates wheel, not wheels on a bike. It sounds very similar, but it is not the same, okay? Number 3, she plus is. She is. What letter or letters fall out of is contractions? She is. The I falls out. The I. So we're going to X out the I, replace it with our apostrophe, and now we can write it on the line. She stays the same. It's the first word. We do not do anything with that first word. Our I fell out, so we're going to replace it with the apostrophe and then add our S. So she is becomes she's. She's. So now what I want you to do, go ahead and you're going to pause the video and you're going to create sentences using didn't on the first line, will on the second line, and she's on the third line. You will, since I can't see you and check your work, you're going to have to ask somebody at your house, a brother, sister, grandma, grandpa, mom or dad, whenever they get home, or if they're home with you now, have them check your work and see if you are correct. Don't forget to check your sentences with cops, okay? Always check your sentence when you're done. Okay, so pause the video. When you hit start, I'm going to start on box number 2. Good luck and write some good sentences for me. All right, box number 2. write the words in ABC order. So we're going to take a look here, okay? When we're doing ABC order, we always take a look at the first letter in the word, okay? Now, I'm looking at my list here, and I see a lot of repeats, okay? I have 2 H words, I have 2 T words. So what's the rule when I have letters that are repeated? I have to look at the second letter. And if the second letter is the same, then I have to look at the third letter. And if the third letter is the same, then I have to keep going down the word until a letter is different, okay? And so let's take a look at house and how, all right? House has H-O, how has H-O. So we have to go to the third letter. This is where it becomes different, and we have a U and a W. So that's how we're going to compare those two. Now let's take a look at town and tow. We have T-O-W, T-O-W. So we have to keep going down, and then we have an N and an E. So that's how we're going to compare those two words. So let's take a look. H's, G's, N's, or T. What one of those letters do you think comes first in the alphabet? A, B, C, D, E, F, G. We have a G word, so that's number 1. And O-W says ow, so this word says gown. G-own. Gown. Okay, my sister wears a gown to bed, a nightgown. All right, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. So we're going to take a look at our H words. So now we're comparing a U to a W. So what comes first, U or W? If you say the alphabet to yourself, you would hit U before a W. H-O-U-S-E. So we can cross it off. So with that said, then how is going to come third. H-O-W. Ow. How. All right, now we have our N and our T word. So what is going to come first? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, 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 which says now. Ow. Now. And then we're going to compare these last 2 T words. Again, we had to look at the 4th letter. We're comparing the E to the N. A, B, C, D, E definitely comes before an N. So we're going to write towel and then town. So get all of those words on your lines 1 through 6, okay? If you already did it, you just need to check your work. Fantastic job. Once you get all of them done, if you need to hit pause, go for it. But we're going to move on to box number 3, and we're going to be talking about synonyms. What is a synonym? Words that mean the same. Hopefully you remember synonyms. We've been talking about them a lot, and we talked about them a lot at the beginning of the year. So synonym, words that mean the same. So we're going to take a look at these 4 words, and we're going to come up with synonyms, or words that are similar to them that mean the same thing. Fast. The horse was very fast. What is another word we could use for fast? The horse was very quick. Quick is what I came up with. Now, maybe you came up with something else. Do you think there's other synonyms for fast? Of course there is. So if you came up with another word that means fast or quick, then go ahead and put it on the line. House, okay? My house is in the middle of town. My house is in the middle of town. What is another word we could use for house? My home. My home. H-O-M-E. My home is in the middle of town. The next 2 are pretty easy, okay? And we're going to use the word pretty, okay? My mom is pretty. What is another word for pretty? My mom is, maybe you say, or have said, beautiful. My mom is beautiful. And of course, there's other words like gorgeous. You could even use cute, maybe, okay? And the last one is funny. The clown is funny at the circus. The clown is funny at the circus. The clown is, I'm going to use the word hilarious, but maybe you came up with a different word and that's fine too. So I'm going to use hilarious. The clown is hilarious. Remember, there are always, usually, more than one synonym that we can use. So if you came up with other words, are you still correct? It is. As long as your sentence still makes sense using those different words, then you chose a good word, a good synonym to match our 4 words off to the side. Fantastic job, boys and girls. We're going to be heading into our fluency passage for the week. So once you're done completing this page, go ahead and get that out. Awesome job.